Hello, hello. Welcome to another weekly live. And today's topic is on how to respond when your child is having a meltdown. Big topic, one of the biggest problems that parents face today. So let's look at why do kids have tantrums and meltdowns in the first place. Some of the more common reasons are, especially with younger kids, is hunger, tiredness, attention seeking, not feeling like they are getting enough attention from their parents, or they're looking for attention from their siblings. Another vicious cycle that kids can fall into, and this is because parents are trying to manage the tantrum in the best possible way that they know, and that is by parents giving in to what their child wants. Their child wants a toy, and the best way they know to relax that tantrum is by giving into that child and giving them the toy. Then what have we taught our kids? That when they have a tantrum, they get what they want. Tantrums and meltdowns happen when kids are having big emotions and they haven't learned emotional regulation skills as yet. They don't know how to deal with them. Anger, frustration are also common triggers. Extreme anxiety in kids can be another one. And then you have kids with conditions like ADHD, autism, where they respond to unexpected changes by having a big meltdown. So there's so much for parents to consider. However, with empowered parenting, what we are here to learn as parents so that we can make parenting about us more than we make it about parenting our child is where the power lies, because many parents are really not sure how to help their kids when they're having a tantrum or a meltdown. So I'd like to ask you, where are you at? Do you struggle with meltdowns and tantrums with your kids? What is your experience? Have you experienced your friends or maybe other parents in a supermarket where you see that they are struggling with their child? How do you feel towards this parent who is having a meltdown? Often than not, we feel compassion for these parents. We feel sad for them. And then some of us can feel annoyed within ourselves as we watch this parent maybe be very complacent and not do anything. And, maybe at the movies, their child is loud and noisy and you can't watch the movie. So observing all these patterns that play out, because there is a meaning that we give situations, which is what we are coming to. So my challenge to you was how to respond when your child is having a meltdown, whereas so many of us parents, without being conscious, can react to our child. And when I say react, it might be that we are yelling back at them. We are giving into what they want and putting ourselves in what I just mentioned before, the vicious circle. So how are you reacting, or are you responding to your child's tantrum? Put in the chat box below. I'd love to hear what is it that happens in your environment. Are you watching a replay? Please put hashtag replay so I can support you long past this live. My name is Yolanda Alvares and I am an empowered parenting mentor, which is all about making parenting about you, the parent, more than we make it about our kids. Yes, of course, we are addressing our child. Yes, of course, we are supporting our child in the best possible way. But what I have found out is that the best way we can support our child in their big emotions through emotional regulations, when they struggle with ADHD and autism and all of these conditions, it is about how we as a parent respond. I say this is a gift. Our parenting journey, because of how important it is to us and all the meanings we give behind it. So many parents have an identity that when our children are behaving badly, then it is about us. It's a reflection of us as a parent. Apologize for my dog, but I'm going to keep going on. So it is something that we need to be aware of. What is the meaning we give to our parenting? Is it a reflection of us? If our child is having a meltdown in the supermarket, do we make it a reflection of us as ourselves? Are we not a good parent? Are we not doing a good enough job? Do we not have enough skills to support our child? What's going on within us? So all of these are important questions that we encourage parents in empowered parenting to ask themselves. So let's look at what we can be doing so that we can understand ourselves better on this parenting journey, so we can support our child's experience, support our child as they are expressing all of this excessive emotion. So first step to do is, when your child is having a meltdown, now this is at the start of that journey, is be patient with yourself first. Be patient with yourself and then be patient with your child. Observe the emotions that you are feeling. So even in this moment, if you take the time and feel the emotions as your child, bring to your mind a situation where your child was having this big meltdown, and feel it in your body. Allow yourself to feel what's happening in your body. Know that you are responding from this feeling. So what's happening here is our mind is feeling maybe stressed, maybe feeling anxious ourselves as we're watching our child play out their own anxiety. Let me revert back and share one more thing with you. Our child is more often than not enacting our own pattern. So where are you acting out anxiety that your child chooses to act out in this way? Just something to self-reflect on. So our kids are playing out patterns. We are playing out patterns. So becoming aware of what our patterns are, because we are teaching our child those patterns. So coming back to observing, becoming the observer. We're observing our mind. We're observing what's happening in the body, the stresses we're feeling in the body. And the third thing we observe is the idea that we are having. What is the thought process? Are there fears attached to it? Is there a meaning that we're giving this tantrum? So the tantrum that our child is experiencing is a release of their own excessive emotion. But are we making it bad? What if it wasn't bad or good? And that the reason why we feel the stress around it. So the mind, remember, mind, body, and the idea. The mind is feeling stressed about the situation. The body is feeling the emotion, because there is an idea that there is a story, there is an experience, there is a meaning that we are giving our child's tantrum. So in order to best support our child in having its tantrum, we need to become aware of what's happening within us, in our mind, in our body, and what meaning are we giving it? Are we making it bad because somewhere in the past, in our own upbringing, we were told off as a child if we didn't listen to our parents? Did we feel like we were forced to comply? Were we the good child ourselves that complied to our parents? And now we are feeling the conflict of our child not responding to us and not valuing what we say as much as we valued our own parents? Or is there an implication where we are labeling it as this means that we are not in control? Does it mean that we're not a good enough parent? Or is there fears about the future that are playing out that say that I will not have control over my child going forward, and I'm not going to be able to manage this child? So there's fear, I'm going to lose this child. This child's going to get into trouble with the law. Whatever our thoughts are giving meaning to what situation is playing out. And it's so important for us to identify what the meaning is, so that we can truly be present and support the excessive emotion that our child is playing out. Because as a parent, we play the most important role. We have the primary role of teaching our child emotional regulation by the way we manage our own emotions first. My name is Yolanda Alvares, and this is Empowered Parenting. If you like what we shared today, put in the comment section, say, tell me more, and we will reach out to you with resources of how we can support you. As I do with all of our lives, we invite you to come and join our next workshop that we're having that is happening in mid-March. The link to our workshop will be in the comment section below. And like with every live, you have an opportunity to be one of the 3 people who access a free one-on-one session with myself where we can uncover your situation, your child's situation, identify what needs are playing out within your child, what excessive emotions are playing out within them, and what excessive emotions are playing out within you, and how can the both of you work together in alignment to get the best results. So you will have the link to that free session with myself. Be quick, click on the link and book that in. Sending you much love from the Empowered Parenting family.